Hello dear traders, I am Miroslav Popov, the author of Forex Strategy Builder Professional. In that video, we will speak about additional entry signals. Let's open a new strategy. I will set here a simple strategy. I will use Bollinger Bands indicator with logic rule enter long at upper band. And I will keep that bar closing for now. What we have, the strategy will open long position when the price touches the upper band of the indicator, and it will close the position at the same bar closing. When the market touches the lower band, the strategy will open short position and will close that position at bar closing. Let's see that on the chart. What we have? We see here we have long entries at the upper band and the strategy closes the position at the bar closing. And also it opens short position at the lower band and closes that short positions at the same bar closing. It opens here and closes here. Okay, in that strategy we have entry signals and exit signals. The entry signals are arisen by that part of the strategy. Actually, we have only one indicator in the opening point of the position slot. But because I want to speak only for entry signals, I will remove that. How to remove? I will use a custom indicator named NONO. Here is it. This. The NONO indicator has one purpose: to prevent any signals. You can easily find that indicator in our repository. Indicators. You can arrange the indicators by title, and you can find it here. Where is it? NONO indicator. If you press that button load, the indicator will be loaded in the program. So you can use that indicator. This is only for examples. So what we have now? But first I'll reduce the trading amount in order to have more signals. I'll set here also 0.01 and here 0.01 watts. Okay, let's see the chart. Now we have a Bollinger Bands indicator for entry and NONO indicator for exit. Actually, we don't have exit signals. Let's return to the beginning of the chart. I will see here that we have only one signal. Because the market first touches the upper band of Bollinger Bands, the strategy opens a long position. But we have nothing to close that position, and the program will keep that position for the whole backtest up to the end. Okay, let's return for a moment. Because we have Bollinger Bands, you know that we set here the logic only for long positions, and the program automatically calculates that the mirrored logic for the short positions. So we have entry long at the upper band. But if we return back to the chart, here we see that we have here the entry signal. This is the initial entry, but the market also touches the chart after that entry, and it should rise here also entry signals. And when the market touches the lower band, the strategy should rise short signals. But I don't see any trades here, because we can set the behavior of the strategy when we have additional signals. We call that signals additional because we have already open position. And the additional signals are two types. They are in the same direction, in the direction of the position, or in the opposite direction. For example, we have here a long position, and every additional entry signal, a long entry signal, will be at the same direction, in the direction of the long position. And the additional sell signals will be opposite signals, opposite entry signals. We can control that behavior in strategy properties, and that field here, additional entry signals. We have options, separate options for next same direction signals with the various nothing, add, winner and loser, and for opposite signals, nothing, reduce, close and reverse. Let's set add, for example. That means every time when we have additional entry signal in the same direction, the strategy will add more lots to the currently open position. So what we have? We have entry amount for a new position 0.01 lot. This will be the initial entry. And every additional entry or adding to the position will be also with 0.01 lot. We can set here different amount for the entries. Let's see that on the chart. Now we see the initial entry, and every time when the market touches the upper band of Bollinger Bands, the strategy opens more lots. It actually adds lots to the current position. How many lots it will add? We don't have any limitations now. It will add until we reach the available margin for our account or the maximum allowed lots. But we can limit the number of addings. How to do that? Let's return to strategy properties. Do you see that maximum position amount? We set that value in lots. And here, for example, I can set 0.05. What that means? The strategy first, it will open first 0.01 lot, and it will add 0.01 watts every time when we have additional entry signal, but until it reaches that limit 0.05. Actually, the strategy will open one time and it will add 4 more times until it reaches that 0.05 watts. Let's return to the chart. And we see here the initial entry and 1, 2, 3, 4 times adding to the position. Let's see what we have more. We have 2 additional options, winner and loser. So what is the difference between winner and loser? When you're using add, every time when we have additional entry signal in the same direction, the strategy adds to the position. But if we set winner, the strategy will add only if the current position, the currently open position, is winning at the moment. That means the position is at a profit at the moment. If the position is at a loss, that entry signal will be cancelled. In the other way, if we set loser, that strategy will add lots to the current position only if the position is at a loss at the moment of the entry. So let's return that to adding. We can control also the opposite direction signals. And here the default value is nothing. That means every additional entry signal in the opposite direction will be cancelled. But we have also a reduce, close and reverse options. Let's set reduce. When we do that, the strategy is set to add lots to the position at every same direction signal. But when the strategy rises an opposite direction signal, it will reduce the current position. Let's see that in the chart. So we have here the previous position was closed. We have here long entry. This is the initial entry. And after that, the position adds 1, 2, 3, 4 times until it reaches the limit we set for additional entries. So here we have a position of 0.05 watts long. How you can see that? You can see that information here in the dynamic information panel. You can move that panel with the keys A and Z up and down. Okay, let's scroll. We have here 0.05 long position. Let's scroll to the right. What I'm doing. This is our previous entry, 0.05. And here the market reaches the lower Bollinger Bands. The strategy start rising sales signals, and it starts reducing the current position. So here the position is 0.05 watts long, but here at the end of that bar the position is 0.04 because the strategy closed 0.01 watt, and it closed additional. It closed 5 times, and finally it closes the position. In that way, we are using entry signals for opening, adding, reducing, and finally closing the position. And the best part is that we can control that behavior separately, and we can set different amounts for adding and for reducing. But actually, when you are reducing a position, the strategy closes lots. That's why that option here is named amount to close on reduction. The strategy closes lots. It closes 0.01 watt every time when we have an opposite signal. Let's see what options we have more. This is the close option. When the close option is used, every time when we have additional entry signal in the opposite direction, the strategy will close the current position, no matter how many watts are open. So we have here short entry, and also 1, 2, 3, 4 times the strategy adds to that short position, and finally we have here 0.05 watts short. Let's go to the right. Okay, here is 0.05 watts short, and here the market touches the upper Bollinger Bands. The strategy rises a buy signal, and because we set close to the opposite signals, the strategy closes the current position. Here we have a close, and every time when we have a opposite direction signal, the strategy closes the current position. And the last option is a reverse. Actually, when we set a reverse, the strategy uses two transactions. First, it closes the current position. The current position may be a result of initial entry and additional addings. And after that, the strategy opens a new position in the opposite direction. For example, if we have a short position and we have and the market touches the upper Bollinger Band, the strategy will close that short position and will open a new long position. And what will be the amount of the new position? The amount of the new position will be that one, entry amount for a new position. Let's see. Okay, so we have here, you can see the position watts here. So that red bars means we're here short. Here we were long. So we have here initial entry short. The strategy adds 4 times. And at the first buy signal, the strategy closes the current short position and opens a long position. So we have here a long position, and at the next sell signal, the strategy closes the long position and opens closes the long position and opens a short one. That's a reversing. The strategy reverses the previous position. So that is all for the additional entry signals. We have to remember that the entry signals are different from the exit signals, but the entry signals are able to add to the position, to reduce the position, or finally to close the position. That's all for that video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.